Services, aware that we have the Department of Mental Health being housed in the Faculty of Community Psychology. We discuss issues of social issues, managing diversity, relationship, and academics excellence. This was handled by Madame Ayo Harriet Bogere, which was heavily understood. Yesterday, we were blessed with a team from the Office of the RCC handling the issue of patriotism and leadership. The message which was given to them was love for your country. Patriotism is love for your country, and it starts right from your village, it starts right from yourself, then you extend to your neighbor. And as you come to Lira University, we expect you to be patriotic. Love your neighbor, love your colleague, and love Lira University. So that when we usher you out, we usher you as people who love their country, love their friends, and love everyone. Yesterday, we closed the day with a team from the Department of the Academic Registrar discussing the issues of joining instructions, dead year, semester, and all that. And now we are with top management. After top management, we shall usher in the faculty deans, and we shall wind with ICT and the library, telling them what to do, where to get e-resources, and how to excel online. And with this, Vice Chancellor, permit me to invite the University Secretary. I'm not inviting the ARA. ARA, yesterday was your day. Thank you. May I humbly invite our University Secretary to come and give a few remarks. And then later, invite the DVC, who will invite the Vice Chancellor. Can you give a mighty hand clap to the US? Thank you. People are going to live stream you, so I'm going to transfer this thing to you.
Should be having many of them. They don't have to transfer. The VC, Deputy VC, the Academic Registrar, all the top management officials, the deans of the faculties, Your Excellency, the Guild President, is the only person who is called His Excellency in Lira University. He's the president of you, your cabinet, and all the students, the freshers, and the ladies and gentlemen. I would like to warmly welcome you to Lira University. You have been here for 1 week, you have seen the environment. It is a lively environment. Students, we have had about 1,700. I'm very happy to hear from the Dean that we are expecting close to 1,000. Next time when we go to Parliament, we have to make annual report to Parliament. We shall be very happy to say that we have 2,500 students. Thank you very much. I want to welcome you once again. Lira University is the 21st century university. It is well equipped. We have about 49 programs we are running now, 6 faculties. We are in the capacity to run the latest faculty we have introduced is the Faculty of Medicine, which is well equipped. The East African Council came and looked at our facilities. They were very happy. So you are in a very good institution. We shall be able to push you. After 3 years, you should be able to qualify and be able to work in the general situation in Uganda. I'm very happy that most of you are from all over Uganda. In the university, we were lucky in our secondary schools, we were mixing up, but it is very rare now. You could find there's a place from here. We used to make fun of a certain teacher. He studied in a primary school called Ngera Boys. Then he went to Komboni, it's just across, same village, Komboni College. After Komboni, he went to National Teachers College, just neighbors, same village. Then after qualifying from Komboni, from NT Singata, he taught in Komboni. So for him, he doesn't know, I think apart from Lira, that's all he knows, and his village. So one day, they were teasing him. So he said, see, I want to get transferred from Komboni. So we talked to him. He said, no, I want to move up to, Kabale. So we moved from Komboni to Kabale. So those people who are now laughing at him said, you are just a village boy. He said, now I travel all the way to Kabale and I sometimes come back here. But you are lucky that you're in a mixed society. Get mixed up, get the culture. After 3 years, you should have a good culture. Should be mixed with friends all over Uganda. You are going to stay here for 3 years, pick up the culture. It is unfortunate we don't have halls of residence, but the dean of students is close to where you are staying in the halls of in your hostels. We still want to mold you from the A level. You are now a big person. You're now 18. Most of the laws that we shall be, as the security people told you, most of our laws are actually the Uganda laws. We have a police station, that's why we have the security people around, and so anything you are doing bad, police, we also ask the police, the men and then the women. The women are going to be handled by women police to handle. But so if you fall in problem, you do anything that is bad, you go to penal court, you now will be subjected to Uganda laws, not like in your primary school or secondary where the headmaster is so much concerned. Here you go to the police, then you handle it there. We have moved in our development here. We are celebrating about 10 years. We started with around 300 students. Now we are reaching 2,500. You can see the blocks that we are putting up, showing to the standard of the university. The latest development we have is this administration block, which is going to cost us about 16 billion Uganda shillings. We are expecting His Excellency to come and open that one in November. It's one of the biggest achievements that we have. This land of Lira University is about 621 acres. We have planned it completely. We have a master plan. If the government gives us about 500 billion Uganda shilling, you can see a modern campus here with all the roads covered, with all the other facilities. But slowly, we are moving. In about 10, 20 years, we should be able to go further. We don't have much time, but what I'm going to tell you about, apart from being a university secretary, I'm also the accounting officer. The accounting officer means all the money that is received in the university and given out passes through my hand. It's a delicate job. The head of civil service was telling us last week that when you're an accounting officer, you are very near Luzira. You know where Luzira is? So she was telling us, a young lady, it's called Chobe, a young lady said, sometimes when you're in Kampala, we should visit Luzira so that you get used. It is a delicate job. So when you are handling money, luckily the system has changed. We don't handle money, we just handle papers. The only group that handles money is Bank of Uganda. So you have seen in your payment, you pay through the URA. If you look at your account, there are some of you are doing business, some of you have registered vehicles, houses. That account is the same. So for us, we are just informed by the URA that so and so has paid. It reads in our computer, so and so has paid. But the money goes straight to Bank of Uganda. Now, to get that money is also very difficult. So, what we said, we have an annual budget. There are two groups of students here. There are those ones who are paid by the government, and this, but both and the ones who are paid privately. But the most important thing we want from you is to get you must get your phone SIM card with your number, with your name. And secondly, you must open an account with the bank. All the money that is handled is going to be handled through the bank. For us, you pay through the URA, the informers, Bank of Uganda informers, you have the money, they release the money. But to get that money back, it takes about 2 to 3 weeks. And it must come in your name, it doesn't come here, just endorse. So make sure you open, I think the Dean of Students have got a way of, some of you don't have the NIN numbers, but you should be able to open accounts. Anything that you are going to get from the university will either come through your phone or through your account. Those are the two. There is no cash. If any of us here, anybody asks you for cash, you can report that one straight to the security officer. You think you should know, the policeman. Anybody, somebody asks you, give me some money, just report to the police. That one will be arrested and be handled. So no cash, you just receive the money. There are some of you will be going maybe for trips. There are those ones who will be doing their research work. You give us 2 weeks, you get the money in your phone. It takes about 7 to 8 process. You initiate, when you're requesting for money, you initiate, the head of department endorses, the faculty might endorse, then it is sent to the accountants, the bursar will endorse. By the time it is coming to me, I check, send it back to the bursar, then I endorse, then we send it to the Ministry of Finance. Ministry of Finance endorses, sends it to Bank of Uganda. How many of those? Those about 8 or 10 process. So when it comes now from Bank of Uganda, it is coming straight to your account. I will just see it from my computer that you have been paid, and that's what we want. So be very strict when you are handling money. Don't handle any cash with anybody. Just pay what you're supposed to pay, and they're a bit tight. It is. Sometimes when we are sitting together, the dean, the VC, after staying with you for some time, but when we are accounting for this money, when we go to Parliament, they take us even worse than you. You're supposed to collect the money 100%, 100%. So if you go and say, there are students who had problems, and you say that we collected 90%, when we are meeting in Parliament, they have a police force. Said, what about the 10%? Said we have not been able to collect the money because the students, they are having problems. Say, first go to prison, go to the police. So if you see the AR being very strict, because when this money is public money, we go and report every year. And you see that the money is not even monitored by government. The money is monitored by the opposition, Public Accounts Committee. We always make fun with their chairperson, Kivumbi. Is from Masaka. Is there somebody from Masaka? Kivumbi. Kambombi from Masaka. We always say the opposition should be very happy when the government is failing, but in the park it is the opposite. you must collect all the 100%. So if we see us being very strict, the way they are also harass us is too much. They really harass. Imagine the VC sitting there in Parliament, they said, there is the police, go and write a statement because you have not collected the money. Then he said, it is the URA collecting the money. He said, why did you allow them to do exams? So there are those control measures. So if you see us being very strict, it means we are also being harassed from somewhere. But that comes us to a point that when you have a problem, don't fear. Come and talk to us, come and talk to any of. We have the counselors, the dean of students have just said somebody, I don't know why, decided to commit suicide. I don't know why. That there is very difficult to go. Even you see them when the Pope, the rest, nobody wants to go there. See, when the other time, when the Pope died, I think it took a long time in the hospital. Long time. Nobody, I don't know why people don't want to go there. But there is, because Haida is instead the stress. We have a counselor now, we have a unit now within the dean of students. You are still young. Try to use this counseling unit. If you have a problem, personal problem, there are those things, don't hide it among yourself. Talk to the counselor. Tell them the problem. They talk to you. You are the dean of students, has been there helping the official, the female. Come to us, talk to the dean of the DVC. I have a problem like this. Don't hide it. Because there you are going, you don't know who you are going to meet there. We used to have funny pictures there. There are black people there who are very rough. So you must be very careful. Don't take your life because of stress. Tell somebody, tell them, they will counsel you. There's a lot of problem. If you just want to enjoy, this life is not for enjoying. There are certain times you climb, after you have climbed, then you start relaxing on the valley. But be very sincere, look at the problem. Some people hanging themselves because they have not been paid fees. There are people who have dropped out of the university, then they become president of Uganda. Now, if this one now you are dropping out, you have now dropped, have no life, but here is a person who dropped from the university. His colleagues finished the university, but again he became the president of Uganda. You see how life is. So don't give us, try to fight very hard. The stress, you people are young people, there are so many stress coming up. There are guys, I think there was one girl who wanted to hang herself because these boys, there are so many boys who are being born, very beautiful ones, and some who are not. Then you find you are hanging yourself because of one person. The same thing with the boys. Try to go to the council, tell them your problems, this is the problem I have. They will counsel you. There are others who are coming, who will come. So let us try to be together. For us, we shall try as much as possible. Where you have your structure, that's why we are calling him the guild president, is a top. So you have the administrative structure among the students. He sits in the council. The council is the top organ in the university. So I think there are two who sit there, him and the vice. The others who sit in the Senate. So you are represented. There are others who sit in management. So the students are effectively represented. So try to follow your structures so that we live together. After 3 years, we want you to get out and do a good job for Uganda. I don't have much, except we now emphasize, those who are emphasizing the most important thing, handling the money. Be sure don't play around with the money. Be very strict. The money that you are being, if you don't know how to handle, you have your account. Make sure you have your account so that you can run. I think with those few words, we don't have much. Once again, I would like to welcome you to Lira University. You enjoy life here. Relax. There are certain times I think, I don't know whether, I don't go much out now. There are some people who like to relax in town and the rest, but tell your colleagues you are going to town. Say anything can happen. Tell your colleagues I'm going to town so that there is information. The guys who want to dance, sometime I used to travel by night express. I used to meet these Kiambogo students. There's a thing, a nightclub opposite the city square. They used to dance until around 6 o'clock. Then you find them in groups entering a taxi, then they go to their quarters. So when you are going to dance in Lira there, don't come at around 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock with a border. Go in a group, you can wait until 6, come home. You have gone to dance. Instead of struggling, as if you have gone to dance, you have not gone to steal, to do something bad. So you go there early, then you come late, maybe around 6, 7 even, it's okay. But you're leaving 3 o'clock, as if you have, it's dancing, but it's nothing wrong. You go there, relax, go in groups, and then you control yourself. Otherwise, there are thieves and all over. The community around here has been very useful to us. No students have been killed around here. So you work with them and stay. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Can we clap, please? This has been our finally
yes.
message.
So with these few words, I would like to go down to the Deputy Vice Chancellor.
Thank you. As the Deputy Vice Chancellor takes the mic, I want to recognize and introduce my staff in the department. We have Mr. James Bonoho, Senior Warden. We have Ronald Itosi, the Senior Sports Tutor. We have Oyuro Hosta Adiga, Assistant Sports Tutor. We have Alaba Rechalele, Assistant University Counselor. Then we have Andrew Apoli, our administrator. He's running around making sure we have this water. True love waits, isn't it? That is what we said yesterday. No need to rush. If you rush, you're going to crash. Second thing, if you go to dance, come back in the full stop. Not at 3 o'clock. Thank you. We want you safe. We want you alive. Thank you. Thank you. DBC.
The Vice Chancellor of Lira University, the Academic Registrar, University Secretary, Dean of Students, the OC, Lira University Police Post, Senior Security Officer, Your Excellency, the Guild President, and your cabinet team, all members of staff, especially the Dean of Students Department, and all our new students. Good morning. I am Associate Professor Okaha Opiodo Hotum, the Deputy Vice Chancellor of Lira University. My docket is, I'm supposed to be Deputy Vice Chancellor in charge of academic affairs, but there is no other DVC, so I also do other duties. I want to welcome you to Ayere Hill, a hill with the most beautiful breeze. I think all of you will agree that when you're on Ayere Hill, you breathe fresh air. Even now I can feel the air coming in. A really wonderful place to be, a beaming place of light and the center of academic excellence. The US already told you this is the 21st century. We were not a university that was born donkey years ago, and have been trying to adjust to fit into the present. We were born in the present moment. When you talk about innovation, we were born in the age of innovation. When you talk about digitalization, we were born in the age of digitalization. So you're in a very modern university, and a really nice place to be. I'm always reminded of a story of a student who came from central Uganda, and he did not like the fact that he was posted to Lira University by Punjab, the Joint Admissions Board. So he came to Lira and he was not very happy. But when he arrived here, he went to the restaurant to eat, and he found that chicken was 1,000 shillings. It was almost a half of the whole chicken was 1,000 shillings. So he ate chicken, he was so excited, he forgot about the fact that he was in Lira. He ate chicken the first day, ate chicken the second day, he ate chicken for 1 month. And then he started now posting on his status, you guys, Lira is the greatest place in the world. I'm enjoying myself very much. Eventually he wrote a very interesting article about his life in Lira, which was published in our news magazine called The Beaconet. And it's there, and he was celebrating Lira. So there's so many things about Lira, about the Lamo sub-region where you have come. And for those of you who are from here, definitely you will not appreciate what we have because you happen to be coming from here. So you would have wished to have gone somewhere else, like the US said. I was at the Fairway orientation the other day, and a certain student from Germany was complaining that I'm from Germany, and then when you gave me scholarship, you sent me to Mooney University. I applied for KIU, and you gave me Mooney University. So if you're from Lira, I can understand how you might be a little unhappy with the fact that you're here. But if you're coming from somewhere else, I want you to know that you're in a really great place. I also wanted to remind you of the tremendous opportunity you have to be at the university at this time. Not just Lira University, but to be able to be at the university. When I went to school, which was donkey years ago, before some of you were born, I entered Makerere University in 1989 to do my bachelor's. We studied for free. I did not pay anything. And you were in the hall for free. They would even give you pocket money. We even went on strike for something called Boom, which was money for paper, which at that time students would just drink. And when I went back to my master's in 1996, 1995, I again studied for free. I was the last student to study for free. My lot was the last ones to study for free in this country. That's why I owe a lot to this country called Uganda. But things have changed in your time. If you are here, you're already a winner just by the fact that you are here. You can clap for yourself. So if you came here through government sponsorship, you're even extra lucky. If you're here in private sponsorship, you should thank the people who are paying fees for you. So what does that mean? That means that you've been given an opportunity. And you can either use it well or you will not use it well. My advice to you is make the best of the fact that you are here at the university. And now that you're here, remember the first thing that has brought you here is to study. Make that your core responsibility. Of course, there are extracurricular activities. You can get yourself involved in spiritual matters. You can be involved in extracurricular activities. You can also go dancing, like the US was saying. But the core thing that has brought you here is academics. Make it your priority. Make it the fundamental thing, your primary focus. And then after that, I would also say don't just be a bookworm and just be involved in your exams and lectures and exams only. Get also involved in extracurricular activities. Campaign, run for Yale presidency, run for the GRC, get yourself involved in cultural activities, be involved in the leadership of your cultural group. We have a culture week here. You want to make sure that you participate. We want to know your culture. We want to see the beauty, the demonstration of the beauty of your culture. So get involved with that. Get involved with spiritual activity. It is very, very important that you live a balanced life, that is spirit, soul, and body. You cannot excel in academic work in a weak body. So you also need to be involved in socialization, engagement, getting to know your people from other places, get to grow in your spiritual life while you are here, and then at the end of it all, we want you to come out with a good degree. You see, it's very, very important that you build a good academic foundation. If you walk out of here with a past degree, you're going to go to somebody's office someday to look for a job. They look back and found that you got a past degree. Nobody's going to be interested in giving you a job. If you get a first class, the VC might want to retain you to teach in Lira University. If you get an upper second, yeah, that's good. You can also be retained in the university. If you go below that, you might not get a chance to be here. And I wanted to just say a little bit about your emotional welfare. You see, Billy Ocean, the musician, came up with that song, "When the going gets tough, the tough get going." You see, no one is going to reward you for being weak and for giving up. There is no crown for those who give up in life. There is only a crown for those who overcome. Even in heaven, the Bible says, for those who overcome, you will receive this kind of crown. So know that the studies are not going to be easy. You have to be deliberate and intentional about it. Just know that you're going to go through financial challenges. You're going to go through emotional challenges. Some of you are going to get breakups, especially if you've been in a container at home and then now you're free here and then now you're beautiful and all these young men are now looking at you, and then you now start getting into what we call relationship, and then feel like you should hang yourself because somebody disappointed you, when actually your husband is supposed to come from India or in Pakistan or somewhere else. And now you let somebody just mess up with your emotions and so on. So you can just shake that off and keep going, right? But above all, don't wake up love anyhow. When it's not your time. There's something called peer pressure, because all your neighbors are doing this and you think you're supposed to do it. No, don't do that, because there's a time for everything under the earth, right? There's a time for everything. There's a time for studies, there's a time for relationships, there's a time for money, there's a time for everything. So make sure you balance your life and everything will be okay. So with those few words, I want to invite the Vice Chancellor, Professor Jasper, Dr. Jasper Watson of Wellington, the vision bearer of Lira University, to speak to you. Thank you. You don't need to. Yeah. You don't need to.
That is for those who preach. Good morning. I don't want to say anything this morning. I think I should be there. I want to introduce myself first. The name you are given by the DVC is very cumbersome. I have a very simple name. If you are lucky, you'll be able to call me Professor Jasper Ogwal Okeng. That's different from what the DVC has said. But I should know and be able to pronounce Ogwal properly, not Ogwala. That's a preliminary. You've been here now coming to 1 week. people are talking to you about life at the university. It is not life at Lira University. When you live where you've been in the secondary school, you are at a university. And a university collects people from all over the world. The university is where you are going to meet people from all over the world, including your lecturers. You are not restricted. You are being opened to the world. But first of all, I should start by congratulating all of you for this big and great achievement. Of the population of 45 million Ugandans, there are about 2,000 of you who are admitted here to Lira University have worked very hard, and you deserve my congratulations. My job this morning is really to welcome you very warmly to Lira University. You have made it. Few people make it. You have made it. But when you have got here, it's a different environment because you are no longer at home under the care of anybody. You are on your own. Don't look behind. And those of you who are not lucky enough to have been growing with a mother and a father and the sisters all together, now all of a sudden, don't think about those. They are no longer going to shape your future. Your future now is in your hands. You're playing with it. If you don't handle it well, because of the freedom that the university brings, then it will be you to lose and you live a regrettable life. It can be deceitful. We do not have what is known as school rules. It's not there because this is not a school. You are expected to do everything like an adult. You are expected to know the reason you have come here. Nobody forced you to go to a university. Some of you traveled from very far. Last week I was in Barara. There could be some people who travel from those places because I traveled from Barara, Ibanda, Kitagwenda, all those districts through Hoima up to Apache and Lira. Now if you travel that distance, and you reach here, and you start behaving as if you don't know why you travel to Lira, then it will be very difficult to find where to place you. There should be a purpose that you should always remember. You travel long distances, even if you are coming from Barapo here. there's a purpose for you to be here. And that purpose is to develop yourself, not to become rich. You should become a useful citizen. You've heard about patriotism. Patriotism is a big word for nothing. If you find somebody who does not love his or her country, that person, in the simplest terms, is mad. Because how can't you love yourself? Because you are your country. And it is not good to wait to be told that you should love your country. You are old enough to know what is happening to people who have no countries. There are some people in the world, they are stateless. And please, always endeavor to have your country so that you have a belonging. So patriotism is not mere talk. When you become a little older, you will see people who are stateless. Nobody is responsible for them. I don't know how many of you are holding passports. A passport is that document which is very important. It shows which country you belong to. And in that passport, it means anywhere you go, your country is responsible for you. You don't go outside your country to start talking ill, because that's the only country you have, and your country is yourself, your well-being and everything. So when you talk about patriotism, they're teaching you, you should learn about this one, right all the way from home. All the way from home. Because your country is your home, and it is yourself. Yourself, it is you. And if you don't like your country, it means you don't like yourself. And that's the reason we have prisons. The university secretary has told you about getting into prison. Being in prison means you don't love yourself. Now, how do you call somebody who does not love himself if he or she is not mad? So that's about patriotism. I want to remind you about the university issues, administration. Here, the university is organized from the top, from the president of the country, up to you who is here. There's a line, and any of us, including you, can get access to the president. You should not sit here, get depressed, and commit suicide, because you have access. Here, you have access to the administration through up to the president. You must have already learned that if we had halls of residence, But we're trying to organize them through yourselves, through the hostels. That's the smallest unit where you stay. And it's a very good basis for organization. Then you are coming to the campus. You're organized in departments. Some of them are academic departments. Some of them are service departments. Then there are faculties. Those are hierarchies. And there are pathways for you to go to the highest level. Faculties are headed and managed by deans. You'll have left your head of department at the departmental level. They also can handle some of your everyday problems. What the head of department cannot handle is handled by the dean. If you need to go further, there is an academic unit, the academic registrar is here to handle. But as you come on your arrival, there's a department of the dean of students. All these things I'm just revising, I'm reminding you, you should know. Never do anything. The university secretary was telling you about handling money. In the present world, we don't expect you to be carrying words of money or to be talking about bribery. You speak to people that are responsible. This university secretary of yours handles 30 billion shillings every year. But I don't know how much he has seen in terms of paper money. A lot of money. Every day, figures, lots of figures go in front of him. That's all he does. That's why we don't expect you to come here and start trying to give your deputy vice chancellor some money. Because, first of all, it's illegal. And it is primitive. I'm sorry to use that word. If you see somebody going around with money at the campus, that person, tell him or her that you are still very primitive. We don't handle money. There's that innovation by one of our students. Is it a KAU?
The KAU card.
There's a KAU card. We have gone to that level. Just a card, but not money. I hope that has sunk in. Money, we are soon going to have money vending machines here. When that building is finished, there should now be one at education, where you go with your card, get the money you need, and life continues. But if I hear that you went to town and you lost money, millions, it means you are still not with us. This is not the time for carrying a lot of money, because it doesn't make sense. I was introducing the top management of Lira University. That's a committee which I chair, and it deals with the day-to-day issues and problems of the university. It caters for it advises my office on how to handle a lot of things about you. That committee is chaired by the Vice Chancellor. Not Chancellor, people don't know the difference between a Chancellor and a Vice Chancellor. The topmost in the university campus is a Vice Chancellor. That means there is a Chancellor. Chancellor does not reside at the university. The Chancellor of Lira University is Honorable the Chief Justice of Uganda. He was at one time the Chief Justice. He's the Chancellor, and if you are lucky, he will confer upon you the degree of Lira University. He doesn't stay here. He is the next to the president. And when you're talking about the president in respect to a university, the president is called a visitor. And you can be lucky if you get a visit from the visitor. He is so busy. We are trying to, I think we are going to be lucky this year. It was last year in 2019. At our graduation ceremony this year, we are trying to convince him to pay us a visit. He has agreed, but that depends on his job. So up from the top management, locally here, top management is chaired by the Vice Chancellor, is deputized by a Deputy Vice Chancellor. For Lira University, there's only one Deputy Vice Chancellor. You've seen a very tall gentleman here who speaks very good English. Professor Okaka is the Deputy Vice Chancellor of Lira University. Then your accounting officer, the University Secretary, has just addressed you. He's a secretary even in the top management meetings. He keeps all records. Mr. Augustine Oyanga Tubo. But to superintend over your academic affairs, the academic registrar, Mr. Geoffrey Angela. He's not Angela, he's Angela. People get that problem. But you should know that he's the one who determines. He invites you to apply, and then he processes your application and informs the first part of admission, of entry to Lira University. That's academic registrar. Don't go to any other person asking for admission to Lira University, be it undergraduate or postgraduate. That is the office that decides. And he has a lot of privileges. he can admit you to Lira University. But he's also the same person who can dismiss you. He has a lot of powers. He admits you, makes sure that you are actually trained, you have come to do what you are doing. He makes sure that you have followed your course of instruction and that you pass, you deserve the degree. And he's very good at determining whether you pass well enough to join the teaching staff. All that is in his powers. But that doesn't mean you should try to compromise him. That's another office which is next to Lira in terms of abuse of office. The one office that really gets you here and orients you, makes you know about the university life, is the office of the Dean of Students. And is here represented. She does not need further introduction. That office is manned. I'm not going to say woman, but is manned. I speak the Bible language. When the Bible says man, you don't start saying, is it female or male? There are people in that office that are supposed to help and support you physically and mentally. When they say you are admitted on sports scholarship, please do your sports. They will know what they are talking about. I think that one will leave it there. I did not know that we have somebody to look after our mental and social health. I'm happy to welcome the young lady. You know, we have stayed here now coming to 10 years. We did not have a counselor. Not because we did not need, but because we were limited by facilities. But now, many people do not want to know where counseling office is. And that's not correct. Counseling does not mean that you are mad. That's what many people think. They think that you only need a counselor when you're mad. In modern life, the world is so stressful. You people, you tune to your CNN and BBC, etc. All you see is suffering, stress, death, war, to the extent that you don't know when the next atomic bomb is going to come. It may be so near and so far. That means this, once you're already born, you're born in a battlefield. You cannot sit there and say you are born on earth and there's peace, you enjoy everything. You struggle to survive, even as a baby. Those of us who deliver babies, I've just seen Dr. Lobo come in. He's the one who knows how people come out. The first thing you do, if you didn't know, is to cry. That's the first sign that you have come to a battlefield. And if you don't cry, it means you're not very well. So it's okay to cry. But if you don't cry, it means your lungs might not be well developed. But it's a sign that it's a battlefield. The world is tough. Even from that stage. And when you are lucky, you've come to Lira University, you have one reason you've climbed this hill, and stick to it. Stick to the reason you've come here. You can do other things, they call them extracurricular. Those ones just add and shape you. But otherwise, the reason you've come here is to participate in generating knowledge and applying knowledge for the development of your country. And you think in your group where you've heard of the new curriculum. Those of you who are going to go through that curriculum, even at the university, we are changing our methods of helping you to study. I'm not supposed to now come and talk as if I know everything. It is only people who are preaching who talk, and you don't answer, you don't say anything. I'm not going into details about that, but at the university, don't allow me to keep talking as if I know everything. There's nobody in the world who knows everything. Look at those people who have made discoveries. They did not become professors or whatever. So here is all depending upon you. When you get your first money and you don't have a smartphone or a tablet, that should be the first thing you should look for. And the whole campus these days is connected to internet. It is not for computer games. You need your cell phone and tablet so that you continue discovering. Learning is about discovering. I will come here and tell you something about, my specialty is pharmacology. But I can never teach you what pharmacology is. I teach you principles of pharmacology, which in the end you should apply. And if you are a medical person, you apply those principles to treating people who are not well. And in doing that, I do not come and spend 20 minutes like I've done to transfer this knowledge. No. We should discuss. You find a professor coming here to teach you, and you're standing there. After 20 minutes, you are drowsy. And you will walk out having learned nothing, and then you are going to go out there in the evening, try to cram what he taught you. That kind of knowledge is not going to help you. It is a knowledge that you are going to look for and you are going to apply. And that's how exams are going to change. So I want to say, the teacher or the lecturer is not everything anymore. He's going to be your partner in learning. You ask each other questions and answer. That's the best way of learning, and the ministry is now emphasizing that. I have had situations where people are coming to report their lecturers to me. So and so doesn't come to give lectures. But when you ask, you'll find that is a good lecturer. He has come and given problems and principles of the discipline, leaving you to look for the answer. They are calling us to go and attend to another meeting. My job this morning is to thank you and congratulate you for this achievement. And then welcome you to Lira University. You're welcome.
Thank you, the Vice Chancellor, for your able leadership and your welcome to the students of academic year 25-26. May I invite the Girl President to come and give a vote of thanks. Since we are time now, small and Thank you, President, and your able ministers in the House of Lords.
Thank you. Our dear Vice Chancellor, our dear Deputy Vice Chancellor, the University Secretary, Academic Registrar, Dean of Students, Senior Commissioner, OC, our Senior Warden, Assistant Warden, Sports Tutor, our Assistant Sports Officer, Assistant Chancellor, and all the distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I want to thank you all for being resilient right up from Monday. We have those who received on Saturday, Sunday, up to this last date. I want to thank you once again, and I warmly welcome you to Lira University. You are most welcome. Please feel at home. This is your first week. We are left, I have those, I'm certain there are those of Hague. We are here for 1, 3, 4, or 5 years. Please enjoy those years. Do not go through the university, but grow through it. Thank you. Thank you. You're most welcome.
Thank you, our Vice Chancellor. Can we give a round of applause as we see her as a co-pilot? Vice Chancellor, as you actually spoke out, in the House we have faculty deans, We have Dr. Gastoni coming from the Faculty of Medicine, Dean. We have Miriam, ICT, Computing, and then we have Alan Keller, Faculty of Education. The rest of the faculty deans are coming. Have a blessed day and enjoy your weekend. Thank you.
First weekend in Lira University.
The first weekend in Lira University. Thank you. Can we rise up for a jogging? Our feet are tired. Sports tutor, please take us through. We have been sitting for long. Health is well. We want wellness. Rise up.
How are you? Okay. Two, three, four, five, up and down. Come on. Okay, let's go. Faster. Okay, so that's right. Stretch our waist. Up and down. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. I was consulting with the Dean of the Faculty of Medicine. The medical doctor, I was asking if we should give him first because of being in the ward and theater, but he said it's okay. May I invite Dean Faculty of Education, Alan. In the house we have the Dean, Faculty of Management Science. Sorry, welcome. Thank you.
Thank you very much. You clap for the Dean of Students. Thank you. All protocols observed. My name is Alan Keller from the Faculty of Education. The Dean is not here, but she had loved to be here, so she sends a warm greeting. She's called Dr. Elizabeth Amongi. The Faculty of Education has got a mission that is to train and prepare competent teachers to work in schools in Uganda and abroad. Of course, as we train you as teachers, you may not only be there to teach, but you may be a researcher, you may work with civil society organizations, you may work as any professional in any field. We have 3 departments. Number 1 is Faculty of Department of Science and Vocational Education. We have Department of Professional Studies, and we have Department of Distance Learning and External Studies, for which I'm the head. Under these 3 departments, we have got several programs. Under the Department of Science and Vocational Education, we have got biological, which includes biology, physical education, and chemistry. Then we have got physical, which has got physics, chemistry, and mathematics. And then we have vocational agriculture, which is a double main. We also have HEC program, Higher Educational Access Certificate program. And lastly, we have got Bachelor of Educational Economics, which encompasses economics, mathematics, and geography. Under professional studies, we have got foundation education, we have got psychology, we have got sociology, and we have also computer education double main. And under distance learning, we have got primary and secondary education. And primary has got all those subjects: English, mathematics, agriculture, PE, music, law, etc. And under secondary, we have got sciences, arts, and vocational education. We have several upcoming programs. We have got postgraduate diploma in education. We have got Masters of Science in Physics, Agriculture, Biology, Mathematics, PE, Masters of Science in Education Management, Master of Science in Curriculum, Psychology, etc. And that should be ready by January. Infrastructure, we have got well-stocked laboratories, physics, chemistry, biology, and agriculture. We have got the physical library as well at the faculty, and an e-library. And we have got computer laboratory. What about the population? The staff as of now are 49. We have about 600 students, and we are expecting 830 this year, for which I think you are inclusive. We'll have a faculty orientation, I think, this coming week, and we can venture through, answer several questions that may arise. Thank you very much. Welcome to Lira University, and welcome to the Faculty of Education.
Thank you. I invite in Faculty of Computer. Miriam.
Good morning. My name is Akite Miriam Amon. I'm representing the Dean, Mr. Ojuha Nelson, of Faculty of Computing and Information Sciences. Our faculty is a hub for technology education and innovation. So it consists of two departments, Department of IT and Department of Computer Science. Department of IT has got two programs, which is Bachelor of Science in Information and Communication Technology, and then Bachelor of Science in Library and Information Sciences. So under Department of Computer Science, there are two programs. The first one is Bachelor of Science in Computer Science and Bachelor of Science in Computer Animation. So these programs are tailored to equip students with skills like programming, systems designs, cybersecurity, artificial intelligence, and data analysis. So our curriculum integrates practical projects. One of the practical projects that started from here by a student is one called Kawa. I think it's the one that is using the Kawa card. Dean of Studies. Yeah. So, a project comes from a problem. So, for that project, the problem was brokenness. In secondary, you carry your grab, you go to boarding. But then as like VD is like 2 weeks, you find that all the grab you've carried is over, even the sugar is done. Or like towards the end of the term, like 2 weeks to the end of the term, you find that all that you've carried, even the sugar, the toothpaste, everything is done. So that was what motivated him to start that project, Kawa, brokenness in campus. All right. So apart from the practical projects, we also integrate internship, community-driven initiatives where we go to the community, find out their problems, and then try to come up with an ICT solution to their problems. And then the faculty also promotes research in emerging fields like artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence is you are training a machine to reason like a human being. So you keep on training the machine until at a certain stage it reasons almost perfectly like a human being. And then because of the practical aspect, we always encourage students to buy good laptops, because you cannot do, you have very limited time in the lab. So in order for you to have longer times of practice, you should buy a computer and then practice at your own time. So, and then also the faculty also offers, it offers computer application, or you can say computer literacy. The name just depends on what has been given to it, but it's just like you have Word, Excel, Access, PowerPoint. It offers to the different faculties. So you'll be, all of the faculties, you have to do computer application. Then apart from that, I welcome you all to the university. enjoy yourself. Make sure you mind that your primary reason for being here is education. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Computing and IT. May I invite the Faculty of Medicine, Dr. Garasoni. Thank you.
Yes, good morning. Yeah, I'm called Dr. Lobo Gastoni. I'm stepping in for the Dean Faculty of Medicine. It's called Dr. Loa Francis. He's away for a meeting in Kampala. He has sent you greetings. Yeah. So, professionally, I'm a gynecologist and also the head of department obstetrics and gynecology in the Faculty of Medicine. The Faculty of Medicine, it's a fairly new faculty within the university. It previously belonged to Faculty of Health Sciences, but I think 3 years ago, the faculty was divided into three: Faculty of Medicine, Faculty of Public Health, and Faculty of Nursing and Midwifery. So, Faculty of Medicine has three departments. We have the Department of Community Psychology and Psychotherapy. And by show of hands, can I have students who have been admitted to undertake this course, Community Psychology and Psychotherapy? Yes, let's give them a hand clap. And you're most welcome to Lira University and specifically Faculty of Medicine. We also have a course that is unique in the sense that it has two bachelors. We have Bachelor of Medicine and Bachelor of Surgery. So, you know, by the time you are graduating with the two bachelors. That is MPB-CHB. So, by show of hands, can we see students who have been admitted to take the MB-CHB program? Yes, thank you. Let's clap for them. Yes, so those are the two undergraduate programs under the Faculty of Medicine. And we have one postgraduate program, Master of Science in Mental Health Counseling. Do we have any students admitted for this course? Okay, I know they're on the way coming. Thank you. Yes. So, Faculty of Medicine, the main vision of the Faculty of Medicine is to train professionals in biomedical and healthcare to provide professional healthcare services in Uganda and beyond. So, we mainly training professionals in the healthcare field. So we have the biomedical aspect of medicine, then we have the clinical aspect of medicine, and then we have the counseling and psychotherapy. And this is under the Faculty of Medicine. We have departments within these major arms
within the Faculty of Medicine. The MBCH program is actually very broad. It's a 5-year course, plus an additional year of internship, making it 6 years. So when you're here, know that you have 6 years of uninterrupted study. So you brace yourself for the 6 years ahead. And it will only be 6 years if you stick to the vision, if you stick to the goal, what brought you here. If you don't stick to the goal, they can even be 7 years or 8 years. But it should not scare you. It should not scare you. Many have gone through it, and we are hopeful you're also going to go through it without any interruption. You just need to be determined. You need to set your goals right. Sometimes we fail to achieve our goals because you've also not set goals. How can you achieve what you've not set? So the first thing you should do is set your goals right. And I think the main goal is to acquire the knowledge, finish the course within the stipulated time. So the MBCH program has departments. There are more than 10 departments within the MBCHB, or medicine, what we're calling medicine. We have what we call the basic sciences. The basic sciences has, the first department there is anatomy, Department of Anatomy. Basically learning about human parts. Human parts, learning the head, the hands, and so on. Then we have physiology, basically learning how the human bodies function. We have the Department of Pathology, learning about disease process and so on. And when you die, they're also interested in knowing what killed you. So the mortuary is under Department of Pathology. We have biochemistry and pharmacology. Our VC is a pharmacologist. Pharmacology deals with interaction drugs and drugs used in treatment. Then we have the clinical departments. There are many. Obstetrics and gynecology, where I'm the head of department, mainly reproductive and childbirth issues. Surgery, internal medicine, pediatrics, the young ones, the children. ENT, that is diseases of the nose and throat, is a whole department. Dermatology, so people who make sure your skin is looking good without any scratches. Anesthesia, orthopedics, the bones. Ophthalmology, we have a department here, deals with the eye. So if during this course, and all of you, if you have any issues with your sight, we have a department that handles that. We have radiology, imaging, that's ultrasound, X-ray, and so on. Yeah, and also within the Faculty of Medicine, we are privileged to have a teaching hospital. And I know probably the Dean of Students has talked to you about this already. He was around. So feel free, anytime you're unwell, come to us, the teaching hospital. Yes, then community psychology and psychotherapy mainly deals with issues of counseling. We are training health professionals who can take us through issues of mental health. The course duration is 3 years. Again, that is if you are serious. If you're not serious, it can move to 4. Yeah, but officially it's 3 years. And with the permission from the Dean of Students, this department is special to us because of the mental health issues that we are currently facing. It's a university. I think last week we had a very unfortunate incident where a student committed suicide. So under this department, we have counseling services. And the years that you have ahead of you are quite intense, quite intense. Ladies and gentlemen, we don't want you to let this mental health overwhelm you. We don't want to see you slip into depression. We don't want to see you develop suicidal tendencies. We have professionals who can help you, and we're also training professionals who are supposed to handle these issues. So we should first start by supporting ourselves. We are the clients, what we call internal clients. So we'll be very happy if I see students who are having mental health issues walk to the Department of Psychology and Psychotherapy for counseling sessions. And I also want to caution you on this, the issue of drug abuse, drug and substance abuse. As you take the various courses that you've been admitted to, please desist from things that will derail you. Desist from things that will affect your mental health. Issues of substance abuse and depression are on the rise, and especially among health workers. I think this week, the hospital, we had about 3 doctors come to see a physician because of drug abuse. We have also seen people who have failed to complete medical school because of drug abuse. We are going to have faculty orientation for Faculty of Medicine, and some of these issues we shall go deep. But when that time comes and we start exposing you to the hospitals, the wards, the drugs, please avoid some of the drugs that are in the hospital. Some of them are dangerous drugs that you can become addicted to. It starts jokingly, you get some pain, some fatigue, and you take it as a painkiller, but before you realize, your life, you cannot function without injecting yourself with a drug. And when you reach that point, you know you become addicted. And once you become addicted, it's almost a point of no return. It affects your life. It totally shatters your dream. So we don't want you to go into that. And with these few words, I want to once again welcome all of you to Lira University, and especially our students of Faculty of Medicine. You're most welcome.
Thank you, the Faculty of Medicine, for your helpful input. Can we give a round of applause, please? These are topical issues that touches all of us, issues that touch the young people.
The Faculty of Management Science is more than a classroom and books. It is a community where future leaders are nurtured. Leaders in business management, accounting, economics, finance, entrepreneurship, public administration, human resource management, and others. So by joining this faculty, especially for those students who have come under the Faculty of Management Sciences, you have chosen to be part of a family that will value knowledge, innovation, and service to the community. This faculty has 3 departments. The first department is that of Commerce and Business Management, which I head. It has the following programs. The first is Bachelor of Business Administration. We run both day and a weekend program. Second program is that of Bachelor of Commerce. Under that, we also have day and a weekend program. We also have Bachelor of Science in Accounting and Finance. It is also both day and weekend. Weekend for that program is starting this academic year. I hope there are students who have come to join that program among you. In the same department, we have a program of postgraduate diploma in financial management. That program is run during weekend only. Another program is Masters in Business Administration. It is also a weekend program only. We have a program of PhD in Business Administration, likely starting next year. So if you have relatives who fear to go far, tell them to wait for next year, the program is coming. Another department under the Faculty of Management Science is that of Public Administration. Under Public Administration, we have a number of programs. One is Bachelor of Public Administration and Management. The second before I go far, we shall have a special orientation for the new student under the program on 19th August. It will be a Saturday. We have scheduled it for that day because we want also the weekend student who have not got the chance to come and attend this orientation to be together with you on that day. It will be a one-day activity. I want to leave you with some quotes. Nelson Mandela once reminded us that education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. Here, you have come to equip yourself with the weapon to change the world. The knowledge, the skills you will gain will prepare you not only for the world of work, but also for life. You will be trained here to face the world. Whether you go to the US, whether you go to UK, whether you go to Russia, when a white person talks to you, you are not supposed to fall down. You are supposed to just talk normally, like you are in Lira. Okay? So, you will become problem solvers, you will become innovators and agents for change, for your family, for your community around, for the nation, and for the world. Nelson Mandela also emphasized the transformative power of education. He said that it is through education that the daughter of a peasant can become a doctor, that the son of a mine worker can become the head of the mine, that the child of a farm worker can become the president of a great nation. So, here, he was stressing that education is a great equalizer. If you have been living in a very low-level family, that family through education can be of a higher level, like the rest that you admire. So, it is the tool that breaks the cycle of poverty and empowers people to rise above their circumstances. Now, if you work hard, your circumstances can change. The circumstances of your family can change. The circumstances of your community can change. I want also to remind you that university life is not only about academics, it is about discovering who you are, building friendship, and developing the values that guide you for the rest of your life. So, you have come here to change very many aspects of your life. I want also to leave you with 3 guiding principles as you are here. Strive for excellence. Work hard in your studies and let discipline be your companion all through. Of course, excellence does not just come by chance. It comes through effort and consistency. If you started well here in year 1, in year 2, you decided to pair up, things can change, and it will not help you. So you must work very hard while you are here. If you want those quotes of Nelson Mandela that I have talked about to be achieved, you must work hard, with discipline. While here, you live with integrity. Success without integrity is empty. Be honest, be responsible, and let your action reflect values of this university. One thing that I always fight here and I always emphasize is that you will not cheat exams here. You will not cheat exams here. When you see me around, just know you are not going to cheat. Yes. So forget about if you thought in the university, maybe you have heard in other universities people cheat. There's no cheating here. It will not happen. I want to conclude by saying that along the way you will meet challenges in your study, but you must persevere. If things become impossible for a certain time, that you don't have to lose hope. That is not the end of life. You can still reorganize and come back. It is always difficult, but the journey always starts with the first step. On behalf of the Faculty of Management Science, I congratulate you all for your admission and warmly welcome you onto this great family. May your time here be filled with achievement, growth, and unforgettable memories. And may this journey you have begun today shine brightly, guiding you to the future of wisdom, success, and service to the community. I thank you.
Our faculty dean for management science. It is excellence that we want. Be focused, plan your time, set your goal, and you will never be the same. May we give a round of applause to them. If there is any question, you will get questions and answer them within your faculty. For now, we are time bad, and I want to say thank you to all the faculty dean that have shown up, and we wish you well. May God bless you. See you again for academic year 26-27. For now, we are grateful. God bless you and have a blessed weekend. May I usher the library team inside, please, as we see the faculty deans out. We have not received Dean Faculty of Public Health. In the meeting, they have sent apology. Nursing and midwifery have also sent apology. But we are going to have orientation within your faculties. Thank you. And our team takes their seat. We have our visitors, our partners in the house. Developers, entrepreneurs, people who are passionate about education and ICT. May I invite our ICT officer in 1 minute to come and usher them, and they give us a message. In 2 minutes, then we shall have the library team. Thank you. Krista.
Thank you very much. I don't know if it is good morning or good afternoon or good morning. You see, this weather here can confuse. Sometimes it is afternoon and still morning. As I told you yesterday, with ICT we deal with different systems and different hardwares. So I have a team that we partner with in the lines of computers, those who want tablets, those who want laptops. So we have different packages for you. They're in partnership with the university, and they will give you
have an issue with your gadget, we either change it for you or we replace it. And as a manufacturer, TouchMate has got an arrangement with Microsoft, is doing Warner Bros, is doing Batman. It's a strong company. Last week, we launched an AI camera that we want to place in all the faculties in classrooms, so that when a teacher is lecturing, the AI can individually synchronize and give us a feedback that this student didn't understand it well. First, it was launched in Pakistan and then in Dubai. We launched it as a border AI embedded, so that in a border, any visitor that comes in, it can be able to monitor what is coming to do. So we saw that we can put it in the classroom, so that even if you laugh, we know the kind of laughter you are laughing. Before you get to the examination, we'll be able to tell you the kind of understanding. AI is really running. AI is decorating our kitchen, our rooms. You guys know it. So TouchMate, for the first time, we are here. I'm giving just 1 minute, so I'm going to run up. We are here. If we need the brand, you can contact. There is a nice payment arrangement. And yesterday we signed an MOU.
I invite the University Librarian to come and take the microphone and roll it out. Your time is on, and then in the afternoon. You will not be seeing me. I'm going to run a student room for this. That's how. This time as for student and the university council. So, you want to know? You remain at the church. So, we should have a minute. God bless you.
Thank you so much, dear students, and all the participants who have organized this training session, this academic year. They are first year students, I think, who are
we are going to show yeah. First of all, we need to the resources of the library. We shall take questions and clarification after. Can come when you come for the library tour or when you finally settle here.
flash, don't fear. The room is a little dark. Thank you for joining the beacon.
Good morning. I am really impressed when you start smiling and laughing.
You can keep on finding a place.
The soft voice. So, Isa Obong is my name. I am the library assistant in charge tech innovation, computing, and technology support in the library, and as well I am
is all about discipline. Respect everyone, achieve.
Ronald is a Ruku. You will find me seated in main library, but I also by the library. I therefore invite you to listen carefully to what our colleagues are going to present. Like I mentioned earlier on, we are not going to take a lot of your time here. As you will hear from them, we have got the physical resources which you are used to. The physical books like the one which we have there. We have got the electronic resources. Those are some of the services we provide. And 80% of our resources are online. So if you have a phobia for computer, please, you better change, because 80% of our electronic resources are online. But in addition to that, we also provide spaces for reading, where you leave your room, you run away from your bed to come and sit comfortably. In the library, we provide those spaces. So as you all know, public places have got rules and regulations which you must follow. And it is at this juncture that I want to take this opportunity to invite our first presenter, that is Lydia Ajwang, who will take us through some of the things which we think you should not do in the library. Thank you so much for listening. Lydia, you're most welcome.
Thank you, Ronald, and thank you, my colleagues, for showing up for this occasion. I would also like to give a word of gratitude to the offices of the Dean for giving us this opportunity. Like I said earlier, my names are the ones you see projected. That is my title, and I head the user services or the reference section of Lira University Library. We have this paper going around. We expect each of you in this room to register for attendance. My assumption is the Office of the Dean has been asking you people to do orientation. Register your names, but this is purposely for the library. So I will encourage each of you to please register here, because at the end of the day, we need to upload your particulars onto our system for us to be able to identify you and give you quality services. Once again, I welcome you. That's a brief outline of my content. We shall look at the important library links and the social media sites. We shall look at the opening, closure, and borrowing time, the borrowing procedures, the various items that the library has, and the general rules that we have for the library. I want us to be relaxed. Normally, when I present this session, the don'ts sometimes scare or worry some people. But with what I'm going to present, just like in our homes, we have do's and don'ts, but it has never stopped you from being in your home and being a father, a mother, a daughter of Mr. and Mrs. So and so. Those are our important links. The first one takes you to the library website. The second one takes you to our open access catalog. Along the way, my colleague will come and demonstrate or show you the various resources we have. Like Mr. Ronald talked of earlier, we have both physical and digital resources. The third one will take you to our institutional repository. As you study here, you will need to do research. For people who are active, we normally, or along the way from your faculties, you may publish with your lecturers, or probably with you yourselves, the students. That is where we normally store your published content. We have our social media sites. Please follow us. We have our Facebook page, which is Lira University Library Services. We have our Twitter or X handle, which is @Library Lira. Please visit those pages. There are also information sometimes we update and we provide to the public. This is our opening time. Our semester runs from Monday to Friday, normal working days, 8:30 to 10 p.m. Then on weekends, Saturday and Sunday, the library opens from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Then during holidays or recess time, like we have been having recess this period, we open Monday to Friday, 9 to 5 p.m. Please, on weekends, don't show up at 7 or 8. And start hitting the doors to the library that why have these people not opened at this time? We don't open at 8. We open at 9 a.m. and at 5 we close, and we don't work weekends. Sorry, we don't work night on weekends. Our libraries will remain closed on gazetted public holidays and university holidays. On such occasions, this information will be communicated to you. Membership or the people we admit to the library admits only registered users or registered students. But this does not mean that from Monday we are not going to allow you enter the library, because I assume majority of you have not yet registered. Along the way, we shall start applying this policy. When the Office of the Academic Registrar announces when registration will start and when registration will end, and that's when we shall start engaging you when it comes to this. But for now, please, you're free to access the library. That is our borrowing time, weekdays, which is still the Monday to Friday, between 8:30 to 5 p.m., and on Saturdays, between 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Those are the different materials we house in the different libraries we have. We have 3 libraries. We have the main library, which we shall have a tour, or we shall walk to after lunch. We have 1 library at the education faculty, and we have 1 library at public health faculty. Now, what type of resources do we host or do we have there? The main library houses mostly books, social science books, or humanities, anything categorized under that. Then education library, which also houses the faculty of medicine, houses majorly the medical books. You'll find my colleague seated there for those who will visit that library or for those who will use that library frequently. And then at the Faculty of Public Health, where I will mostly be sitting, for those who will be doing nursing and midwifery, those who will be doing public health and any related course to that, you always find me there. We have research dissertations for those who are interested in research. You can always borrow and read. We have reference books, just like you see above. In short, that is what the library has in physical copy. But in soft or in digital form, we also have a number of resources. I'm going to skip this slide, and I'll maybe just explain to you what the term service means in our setting as a library or as Lira University Library, because it may vary from one library to another, from one institution to another. To Lira University Library, a service is any system the library provides. A library uses to provide access to information within the library building and remotely. When I talk of the library building, we refer to the services you will get when you're seated, just like inside this room. And any other service the university will offer you out of the library building, maybe in the hostel or in your classrooms. The general rules. This will be our terms of operation within our stay here. But like I said earlier, these rules are meant to keep order. They are not meant to incriminate anyone. But also when you abuse them, you could also fall a victim. One, as a library, and this will apply in all libraries, we don't accept bags, suitcases, heavy outdoor clothes into the library or within the circulation desk. What do I mean heavy outdoor clothes? Right now the season has changed, and the season keeps on changing, the weather keeps on changing. There are seasons when it is extremely cold. You need to keep yourself warm. And we have people who really carry those heavy jackets, just like the ones these border borders use, or any of us uses when we are being exposed to that extremely cold weather. We don't encourage you to come in the library with that. If you come with it, there is what we have a dock where your bags are normally placed. We shall ask you to leave it there and you continue to the reading area or to the bookshelf. Someone would ask why. We are trying to protect our materials. You know, we are all brought up from different homes. Some of us cut our nails, others don't cut. So for security purposes, we normally don't encourage our users to have such items. Two, as a library, we don't take responsibility of any personal property brought in the library. Like I said, we have a dock where we keep
and you can't carry everything in your hand. We need these bags. We have a designated place where we put these items. You come with your laptop, you come with your items, you want to carry what is important, your book, your phone, your laptop. But if you choose to leave your phone or your laptop in the bag, it is not the responsibility of the library.
Neither is it the responsibility of the university to take safety of it. It is your responsibility. You leave money there or any valuable, it is your responsibility. Then, as a library,
we reserve the right to exclude or to remove any item that may obstruct our library users. We have people who come with the Walkmans, you have to play music. When you come with the Gen Z generation and with the digital and technology era, you want to make the best use of it. But as you make the best use of it, please don't inconvenience the person next to you. 3, we don't encourage consumption of food or drinks. We don't allow smoking in or within the library.
Open flames or matches or matchboxes are discouraged. We have a security personnel at the gate and at the entrance. When you're requested or asked that your items or your bags or your property be checked, please don't resist. It is just for security, for my security, for your security, and for the security of your neighbor next to you. We also don't allow mutilation or plucking out of book pages. Once you caught, I believe as you join here, we have the joining instructions. What I mean by mutilation is we have people who pull out the pages of these books. Please don't damage them. Your siblings will use them. Your children will use them. It is our duty as a library, it is your duty to ensure you use it, but don't damage it. We also don't encourage people marking these books. Sometimes you read and you find an interesting sentence, page, or paragraph, and you want to highlight it. Please don't. When you do that, you weaken the strength of our books. And when you weaken it, some of these books are expensive. You find us buying one book at 2 million, at 3, at 5 million. That is the cost of information. So when you damage it and we get you, you replace for us the equivalent and the administrative costs that may be incurred in the process of recovering that particular book. Where need arises, you will be required to identify yourself. Normally, around this time, most of you don't have the university IDs. The Office of the Dean, I believe, briefed you on that. But you have your national ID. You have, most importantly, your admission letter, because that is what guarantees us that you are our student. The terms in which we service or we offer services as a library differs if you are a student and when you are not a student. So when the need arises, we will call upon you, or when you're asked at the entrance to please identify yourself, you should be able to identify yourself. So for now, your admission letter, the original, not photocopy, becomes the most valuable document you have for easy identification. We don't allow receiving phone calls, and we normally encourage our users that each time you're now entering the library, ensure your phone is in silence. Where you feel you cannot stay or have your phone on silence, then we ask you to normally excuse yourself or excuse us. You have a phone call, please step out of the library and receive your phone call. We are not stopping you. But when we get you, that fine will apply to you. And until it is settled, that policy will remain in place. So please don't fall a victim. We don't encourage reserving of seats. This normally happens at peak periods during exam time. By September and October, we shall be having a number of courseworks. And sometimes you're in your hostel and you tell your friend, please, you can reserve for me a seat. No. That will not apply in the library. It is first come, first serve. Our library, as you will see later in the afternoon, is organized. Each table has a capacity of about 4 to 6 seats. Please, when you sit, you leave them as it is. Don't start shifting them from one place to another. Why do we do this? We don't want to inconvenience people because the library is a quiet reading place. You are not going there to hold discussions. You are not going there to have stories. But when you go there for academic purposes. We also don't allow users to reshelve. It is our duty. It is why I'm here, and I'm meant to serve you. So when you pick a book from the shelf, read it, leave it there. Unlike in secondary schools where the book bank or the shelf for some libraries, for some secondary school libraries, it is enclosed. The librarian is there, I get the book, I read it, I take it back. In our case, it is self-service. The books are on open shelf. Pick the book. As you continue staying here, we shall guide you on how to access these books physically and electronically. For the physical books, we shall also show you. Once you use it, please leave it on the table. It is us who shelve it because we are trained on how to organize and arrange those books. When you do it yourself, you can easily misplace the book. You think you got it from shelf A, yet you picked it from shelf B. The next user is coming and wants to use that book, and the person may not be able to locate it. And even I myself may not be able to locate it. When you come to me, and after searching through our online catalog, and you're like, I saw this book, it is in the library. Then I go there, I cannot get it. Why? Because you attempted to shelve it yourself, and probably the next time, you will also not locate it yourself. I already talked about that other point, Walkmans and etc. radios. We get you with it, you make for us noise. That fine will apply to you. So, when you're using it, we have people who sometimes use headphones. We don't discourage it, but make sure it is at your own convenience, not at the inconvenience of some other person. Then we have gazetted areas which are strictly for staff. As long as you're not a staff, you're not allowed to cross that area. In the afternoon, we shall show you those areas. We don't allow smoking within the library, and neither do we encourage you to come intoxicated or come with alcohol. For the obvious reason, you shouldn't inconvenience anyone. Then we also don't encourage students reading in between the shelves. There are too many don'ts, by the way, if you have realized. And we also don't encourage you walking in with ink or bottles of ink, razor blades, pair of scissors, sharp objects, firearms. We have a variety or a number of people here who do different types of jobs, or we have different professions. There are those who work in the military. There are those who are not military, but carry firearms. Please, as you access the library, declare it. You are not allowed to enter or carry it inside the library. We have a trained security personnel who will guide and will help in the safety of your item. And disobedience, disrespect, rudeness is a character we prohibit or discourage as a university library. We are expected to treat each other with mutual respect and with obedience for the comfort and for the good of each of us. Like I said, you have the joining instructions issued to you by the Office of the Academic Registrar. Please read it. It will help you a lot in your stay here. Then, lastly, in our general operating rules, 30 minutes to the closing time, a bell will be rung, or Any library staff at that time will pass around and remind you. When we talk of 30 minutes to 5, that is at 4:30 p.m. or at 9:30 p.m. We remind you that your time is almost up. Please finalize whatever you're doing. And at exactly 5 p.m. or at exactly 10 p.m., we expect you to exit the library, and the library will be closed until the next day. Our borrowing procedures: library materials must or shall not be taken out of the library unless it is duly issued by the library staff. I once again encourage you to please register in this form, because it is this that we are going to use to add you into our library management system. Where are you missing this? Before you are issued out any book, we may have to enroll you once again. As a student, you are entitled to a maximum of 4 books per borrowing session for a period of 2 weeks. What do I mean by this? I can choose to borrow these 3 books at the same time. I'll come now and I ask my colleague Issa, and I'm like, I want these books all. It is your right, we shall issue it to you for a period of 2 weeks. If I say I want to borrow one after every 1 week, in a month, or daily, the maximum limit is 4 copies for a period of 2 weeks. After 2 weeks, we expect you to return back that book. Please, as you borrow these books from whatever library you're borrowing these books from, ensure the issuing librarian gives you the due date, so that you go knowing when you are supposed to return the book. The system will as well also update when you borrowed and when you are expected to return. After 2 weeks elapse and you feel, I still want to continue using this book, you're free to come and renew your term of borrowing. Where you feel it is enough, return it back. If you also feel 2 weeks is too much for me, I want to borrow this book just for the next 5 hours or 1 hour, I use it out of the library and bring it back, it is also okay. But don't exceed the 2 weeks. Where you exceed, that part I've highlighted in red will apply to you. And it will not be done by us, but the way we have set up our systems, it will automatically start counting. What does our system do? 3 days to the expiry of your 2 weeks, the system will send an alert to you. And that is why it is important to us that as you start your journey here, get a university email. The ICT of department handles that. A notification will be sent to your email. Why do we do that? Is to avoid scenarios where someone will come and say, me, I forgot. Me, I didn't know. At least our system is flexible in a way that your email, a notification is sent to you 3 days prior to the 14th day, that is about the 11th day or the 10th day, that please, you have a book that its term of borrowing is almost coming to an end. Be reminded that you need to return it back. That is how flexible we are. I talked of renewing the book. Yes, you can renew it as many times as you want. But then again, it remains at the discretion of us as a library. We have got peak seasons, Some of these books we don't have many copies due to budgeting constraints. So you find that we may have a book which has 2 or 3 copies. And once the demand is high, I may not issue it out to you for the 14 days as the general rules or the borrowing rules say. 2, it is also at the discretion of the librarian to at times call back that book when the need arises. So as we give you these books, we also keep in mind that we need also to satisfy all the needs of all our users, irrespective of who you are. The beauty about us in library
is when we are serving our users, we don't confirm anyone who accesses the library as the user or as the patron. Items exceeding or overdue materials which have accumulated funds exceeding 20,000 will not be allowed to borrow any additional items of the library until you clear the existing fund. So the 500 I told you earlier, to people who approve, today you come, madam, I forgot, or this, please. The system has approved 2,000, it's okay, I will issue you once it reaches the gap, 20,000. Then that means we cannot continue issuing without anything our items until that particular fine or particular amount has been cleared. Okay, giving me the audience. I wish you the best of luck during your stay here. May God bless you.
Thank you so much. Another round of applause for Lydia. As like I mentioned earlier on, please for now, you will note that those questions we shall take them at the end of the second presentation. I just want to make some few additions here. If there are postgraduate students here, please, I request you to bear with us. The way how we have tailored our presentation, the rule of course applies to everyone, but we have tailored our presentation more for the first year students. Because we know after this day we are going to go per faculty to train every students per their discipline, showcasing them which databases, which one, how can they use the reference management tool. So when you have those questions which are that level, I request you to reserve it because we shall follow you in your respective faculties and demonstrate this one further.
I also the university librarian asked me to extend his apology for not being here. He's in another meeting, but definitely as you come to the library, you will meet him. He has also
not heavy, but once again, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. I love it when you laugh. It means you are attentive to who is going to speak and what is he going to speak, because I believe it will be of great help to you. I'd already introduced myself. My previous colleague who presented took you through the rules. Now I am going to take you through access to resources that we have in the library. And in the library, this is briefly my outline, how we are going to flow. If there should be any skip, it will not be very big. A library offers what we have physical resources that includes the textbook, the print journals, the newspapers, the thesis or dissertations. The dissertations, we just call it in a simple term, reports, research reports. By the end of your course, you will be asked, one of the course unit is for you to identify a problem, you do a research on it, and you publish your book.
we shall have a copy in the library. Then a library also offers what we call electronic resources. That includes e-books, e-journals, online databases, the institutional repository, digital media, open access materials. OPAC. OPAC is just an online public access catalog in the library. This one is meant for you to access the physical resources that we have in the library. It is this machine, this system called OPAC that makes retrieval, makes location, becomes easier. I want to combine both the theory and the practical so that so we say OPAC is a system that makes access of the physical resources in the library easier. How does it work? You must know the author of the material. You must know either the title of the material or the subject or any keyword that would basically define a resources that you are interested in looking at. So we have talked about OPAC, how OPAC makes it easier for us to look for the resources we have in the library. I want to demonstrate it there and then, and also we go. Now, you must know the logins, the UN login, the credentials of your park that will take you to. I'm connecting to another server called Gooch. But for you, don't link to it. It will not allow you. So, this is an OPAC. This is how the interface of OPAC looks like. And now from here, you are able to search for a title of the book you want. Why do you want to search for this book? One, you want to know if this book is available in the library. We have so far 4 units of the library, or branches of the library. You also want to know where, in which library does this book slips in. And also, you would want to know if this book is available in the library or is already being borrowed out, so that you don't waste time to go there. Now, this is the search box where you enter the keyword of your search. I'm searching for a keyword marketing. That means I will have all the subjects that with the word marketing that will display. These people are interrupting me, but that in case you have this list, please don't sit on it, forward it in front. So, this is now the library we have. This is the library. These are all subjects we have in the titles we have in the library. For those who shall do course units of marketing, these are the subjects we have in the library. Now, but for you to be able to browse or pack very well, we encourage you must be a registered member of the library. The moment you are a registered member of the library, we give you a username and a password. The username and the password. Now, in this case, you can only see the titles, but you will not be able to browse the whole collection in the library. You will not be able to check if you have some charges. The first presenter said there are some rules and have some charges. So, we encourage that you must register with the library so that you first register here. For me, I am a registered member. And that is my username. The password is, I'm going to deny that one. I want to see it. problem in Uganda when you go into systems, this is how it works. We click and wait. So I just wanted to show you briefly the benefit of a park, that you are able to look for where the book is sleeping, the status of the book, and some other keys, like where you can change your password, because we give you a default password and you have to change. But since this one is taking long, we shall just come back to it. It is in Uganda as well. So, that was just for the physical books. And we say the library also offers the
e-books. You identify, you also have to know the need. What do you need? The e-book. Do you need a journal? Do you need a book? Do you need post papers? When you identify the needs, it's now that you can go back and you choose the right access method. We have what we call on-campus access and off-campus access. These are the people who want to go electronically. The off-campus means even if you are not
within the university, as long as you have electronic gadget, you have the internet, you can connect to the e-resources and you access the e-databases. Meanwhile, the on-campus, you must be linked to the IP address of the university. You must be using the internet of the university. These are some of the examples of the e-databases that we have. This is just for purpose of the theoretical presentation, but I'm going to in a practical way. We have what we call the EBSCO-host. We have Taylor and Francis. Taylor and Francis are two. There is Taylor and Francis ebooks and Taylor and Francis online journals. We have Gesto, we have Emerald, and IEEE. The IEEE is basically for engineers. Thank God we are yet to have engineers here. We also have a research-based database named Research for Life. This database, if it was a human being, they would have said it has gone down the water because it is very rich. Because here when you are very rich, they say you have gone down the water. So it is a very rich database. It is multidisciplinary. It does not cater for which field you are coming from. This is its username, and this is the password. And we have what is called the academic search engine. Some of you are now coming when they give you coursework. You run here, you will be running here, you will be running here. When you get a result from Google, there is an advert that says, ask Mr. Google. That Mr. Google in academics, don't trust him. Maybe in business is okay, but in academics, Do not trust Mr. Google. Instead, we have what is called Google Scholar. That is the only one that is meant for the academicians. It is for peer-reviewed resources. But this one, this Google here, do not rely on it, on coursework or on research and the rest, because any other person can write something and publish it on Google. When tomorrow you write a coursework, they mark you and you say, they mark me wrong. I even got it from Google. This is not right. So, but this Google Scholar, it is what is meant for the academicians. So I want us to go practically on how to access the e-databases, the e-books that we have briefly talked about. Now, for you to access those e-resources, you must know the library website, because you have to go to it through the library website. We encourage that you must go through it through the library website. And the website is, I think in my, this is the library website on top, that you must know it. The library website is here on top. This one here. So the moment you click on it, you get direct to the library website. And now, when you are here, you come and point at e-resources. E-resources. From the e-resources, I'm going to, we have what we call A to Z. We have Research for Life. We have MyLoft. These are the areas that you can find the electronic resources in. When you click on A to Z, a rich database called EBSCOhost is also a multidisciplinary database. You can find both ebooks and the journals. I want us to go direct to the off-campus access, that is MyLoft. When you are at the website, the MyLoft is down. We are going to register you. The MyLoft is, we give you an account that you can access with it. And the moment you give you the account, you can be able to access. Now, said EBSCO is a very rich database. The moment you are here, you are able to access both the e-books and the e-journals that you are interested in. However, these people, they are very concerned about what we call plagiarism. They do not allow you to download all or a full book, all the book or a full book. You are only allowed to download the chapter of a book. So the moment I'm searching for marketing, if you have got a title marketing that you are interested in, do not hurry to click in like you want to download the whole thing. Click on the title, go and read on the table of content. So when you find the title you want, click on it, go and read the content below, the table of content, so that you are able to find the actual chapter you want. These are the table of contents. It is broken down into all the subtopics that are into the book. You find the one exactly that suits your interest, then you download that one, because the page numbers are limited. So when I click on this, I now have already this subtopic that suits my interest. Here they opened it for me.
Or you can finish up your download from here. Finish up your download from here. So that you can have something. Now here, it tells you to customize the page numbering that is in this book.
Why? Because these systems does not allow you to download a full book. Even in the chapter, there must be some areas that are irrelevant to you. It may also not be necessary for you to download that full chapter. Still, you may have some pages that you are interested in from that chapter. Then you customize it from here. You say, from this page, this to this page. Then the moment you enter the page here, the download becomes active. You download only those specific pages so that you are not limited from downloading other useful resources for you. This is Research for Life. I said Research for Life. Had it been a human being, they would have said it has gone down the water. It is also a very rich database, though for it is a password-based database that when you are in, you must have the username and the password. The username and the password the university will give it to you, and then the moment you log in, you are able to access your e-resources. That there is meat there, so that you can appetite to come and seek for the meat. I even want to stop my presentation there. Unless if there is any question, you are free. Before I go and sit down, we have told you that a library is a very big hub for information, that when you are lost, as far as information access is concerned, run to the library. The e-resource, the e-library section is based at the teaching hospital, where we have computers fully installed with internet. Even if you are like me, who came to the university without a computer. This computer is for the university, this one. They just gave it to me. So, if you are like me who came without a computer, when you go there, you have access to the computer fully installed with the internet. As if that was not enough. Now, the university again has brought in these tablets, fully installed with the internet, that you can access electronic resources. Only that now these tablets, since my sister who presented said some people have the long nails, we shall have some restrictions on how to access it, so that those with long nails may not have access to snatch it off. So today was just a tale of a meet, but we are going to organize for that fully and appropriate time, so that we can take you through how to access these physical resources and the electronic resources. Thank you very much. If there is any question, the floor is now open, I believe.
Thank you, Issa, for your wonderful presentation. Let us give him a hand of applause. I understand that we still have one of these lists remaining out. I don't know if it is inside or it is outside, but in summary, we have a number of resources. We have articles, we have electronic books. Others you are allowed to download them either on a chapter basis. Others you will not be allowed to download them. Please, we encourage you in your stay here to ensure you utilize these resources, because we spend a lot of money. And this money, some of them come from you. So when you don't use it, it is not our fault. The beauty is you don't have to sit in the library to access some of these resources. My colleague talked of OPAC. I remember earlier I showed you the link. It is through the OPAC that you're able to browse the physical catalog, all the physical items we have in the library. We normally encourage our users that each time before you come, like I said earlier, we have 3 different libraries plus the teaching hospital. Browse, know which library you're going through. Sometimes it's tiresome. You move from Zitnaptal, others, Blue Roof, the other side coming to the main library, when actually what you want is in education, or you are at education, what you want is at main library. You've footed or you've walked to public health library. So our pack helps you in a sense that you're able to tell which book is available, which library is this particular book located in. Is the book issued out? The only difference is you won't see who the book has been issued out to, but you're able to know that this book I want is physically present in the library or it's not physically present in the library. My colleague here earlier somebody tried to fund marketing, but we not only have marketing books, we have a variety of them. Due to internet challenges, he was not able to demonstrate everything to you, but like my senior here said, we are going to organize what we call post-orientation, and we shall go faculty per faculty, and that is when we shall dive deeper into these resources. The medicine students should not feel left out. We have a number of resources, both online and physically, for you people. So please don't hesitate to contact us as a library. We are in the next session is Q&A. I don't know if we have any questions, any concerns, because
Thank you very much, presenter. My name is Suban Joshua. I would like to just know the venue for taking the photos in the afternoon. Thank you.
Thank you, Joshua. Any other question? I will take 5, respond, then we shall take the next.
Respective everybody, pick your paper and go home.
As we
Thank you very much, madam. For me, mine is a fear about where somebody is not supposed to receive any call in the library, and yet in your speech you say you can receive. Thank you.
the venue for photo taking will be at the main library. As you step out of this building, you stand at this point, you see the last building. Just the way I am, you see a building written library. Yeah, you find us there. My friend there thought of fear of taking phone calls. What I said was, we don't encourage you answering or making calls within or inside the library building. But if you have your phone call like I have mine, I get a phone call and I'm inside the library, I'm free to step out and go and pick it. Not talking from there. Because you have had scenarios, someone asks, hello?
thing they talked about using MyLoft. This is very important. Get that app, both any of these members.
Thank you. Protocol observed. Good afternoon to you all. Yes, I have a question. And Madam, you talked about being registered. So, for the time being, we are not following that. Now, when that time comes, I'm giving a case in point whereby we will find maybe I'm a trying student. I've not yet got the money for the tuition. So, because we're having here like 4 months, so maybe I've got the tuition in the last month. So me, as a person, I will not have access to the library stuff when we are following a registered thing. Thank you.
Thank you. Another question?